Work it, make it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now, that's how long I've been on ya.
Welcome to Nike Motor Speedway for chase race number 2 in round 1. Here's your chase standings from last week. Dale Jr., he is locked in from that win last weekend. Then the outside looking in, Keselowski, Logano, Stenhouse, and AJ Allmendinger, they are both all outside, but just 5 points out. Check out your drivers to watch for. Mr. Kevin Harvick, he won here earlier in the season, during the regular season race. Now it's playoff time. It's do or die for Harvick. He needs a win here today to get himself locked in to the next round. Denny Hamlin won the first ever race here at Nike Motor Speedway. And then Dale Jr. gets to take the next 2 weeks off mentally because of that win last week at Fremont. Martin Truex Jr., he is just barely above that cutoff line after wrecking in the big wreck at Fremont that involved all chasers. Same wreck as Joey Logano, so they're all basically in the same situation, just one problem. Logano is under that cut line. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is also under that cut line, and he is 5 points out because he only had 1 win. And the bonus points for the wins in the regular season really helped a lot of these drivers during that wreck. Like Brad Keselowski, he's 0 points behind. And then Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch, they're ones to watch today because we could possibly have a little rivalry brewing between these two after last week's wreck. But Jimmy says he has put the wreck behind him, and same with Kyle. Now for the command. Drivers, start your engines. Cars fire up, and then they roll off here under the lights at Nike Motor Speedway. Now time for your starting lineup. In row 1, Kevin Happy Harvick and Kyle Larson. Row 2, Kasey Kahne and Denny Hamlin. Row 3, Jimmy Alana and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Row 4, Jeff Gordon and Carl Edwards. Row 5, Danica Patrick and Brad Keselowski. In row 6 today, Austin Dillon and Jimmy Johnson. Row 7, Clint Bowyer and Kyle Busch. Row 8, Martin Truex Jr. and Joey Logano. Row 9, Matt Kenseth and Carter Adelman. Sitting in row 10, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Ryan Newman. Row 11, David Ragan and AJ Allmendinger. Row 12, Kurt Busch and Gino Harvey. Row 13, Greg Biffle and Paul Menard. Row 14 today, Michael Shelton and Justin Allgaier. Row 15, Trevor Bayne and Jamie McMurray. Row 16, Landon Castle and Tony Stewart. Row 17, Josh Wise and Eddie Jones. Row 18, Eric Almirola and Regan Smith. Row 19, Ryan Blaney and Casey Mears. Row 20, Chris Buescher and Bryce Harvey. And in row 21, Sam Horner Jr. and J.J. Haley. Riding up the field is Matt DiBenedetto in row 22. Now for the green flag at Nike Motor Speedway, under the lights, Kevin Harvick and Kyle Larson lead him to the line. Green flag is out. Kevin Harvick takes the lead, heading in through turn 1 and 2. We got cars coming down. Kurt Busch gets loose. We got 3 wide with Trevor Bayne forcing the issue there. 3 wide is way too early here at a track like Nike Motor Speedway, but Trevor Bayne did it. Kevin Harvick, though, leads lap 1 of 12 over Kyle Larson. Down the backstretch they go. Harvick with the lead and increasing that lead over Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin in 3rd. Dale Jr. and Kasey Kahne, the Great Clip Chevrolets, they fight for 4th. Austin Dillon goes under Jeff Gordon. And now we got Truex, Johnson, and Kyle Busch. Let's see how Kyle Busch and Jimmy Johnson race together here. Looks like it's clean so far. Oh, Jimmy drives it in hard! Danica in the wall, and she almost wrecks. Caution flies for Danica Patrick, who got into the wall and came right in front of the field. That brought out the caution, was her coming down into the field. Watch as Jimmy Johnson just drives it in way too hard. Gets into Danica, and Ricky has a great wreck avoidance there as Jimmy Johnson tags Danica Patrick in turn 3. Oh my goodness. So Danica has some very choice words for the 2-time Athletic Cup champion, Jimmy Johnson. And yeah, she was not very happy with Jimmy. But green flag is back out. Kevin Harvick is your race leader. And him and Kyle Larson once again lead him to the line. But here comes Denny Hamlin with a great jump to that restart. Denny Hamlin's going to take the lead. But here comes Kasey Kahne down the backstretch and Jeff Gordon rolling into 3rd place. Harvick falls all the way back to 4th. Battle for the lead. It's Kasey Kahne taking the top spot from Denny Hamlin. Hamlin fights back around on the outside of Jeff Gordon for that 2nd position. Hamlin's going to try and get right back down low under Kasey Kahne and take that lead. He can't get the stick. Here comes Jeff Gordon. He says, move aside, Hamlin. I'm coming for Kasey Kahne. And we got some great battle for position going back between here with the chasers and the race leaders. Gordon takes the lead. And then we got 3 wide and 2 wide in turn 3 and 4. Jimmy Johnson taking the position. Oh, Austin Dillon and Carter Adelman get into it. Brad Kozlowski's making it 3 wide. Here's Jimmy and Kyle Busch battling for position. Looks like they're racing pretty fair here as they need to do business. And oh, we got a car in the wall. It's Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin looks like he cut a tire down and he went hard into the outside wall. Thank goodness for a safer barrier. Oh, man, Denny. He hit really hard. Hard hit for Denny Hamlin. And possible debris may have cut his tire down. Watch as Austin Dillon and Carter Adelman get into it. And debris littered the track, but no caution came from this incident. And Denny Hamlin could miss the next round due to this misfortune. Green flag with 3 laps remaining. Jeff Gordon and Casey Kane. Here comes Jimmy Alanya taking the lead from Jeff Gordon. What a pass by Jimmy on the restart. But here comes Kevin Harvick. He knows he has a dominant car. He's going to try and go for the lead with 2 laps remaining. Harvick and Jimmy battle off of turn 2. Jimmy's going to get a strong run into 3. Harvick equals that strong run and gets the lead off the turn. Here comes Carl Edwards out of nowhere. Where did he come from? That's usually Harvick's name, but it's Edwards today. Edwards takes the lead, but Jimmy drives it in hard. He gets loose. They beat and bang at the line. I don't know who it was. It could have been Harvick or Edwards. Oh my goodness. What a finish at Nike Motor Speedway. All just to move on to the next round. These drivers put on a show today. What a treat. Who won this race? Let's check it out. Watch Carl Edwards and Kevin Harvick. It's going to be between those two. And Carl Edwards wins the Nike Just Do It 212. What a finish. Congratulations, Carl Edwards. He's going to do a burnout and a backflip. Carl Edwards burning it down at Nike Motor Speedway. And now the backflip. Woo! So Carl Edwards wins and advances at Nike Motor Speedway. The headline of this race is the 3-wide finish. Now for your chase point standings. Dale Jr. and Carl Edwards both locked in. Jeff Gordon, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch all have hefty leads over that chase cutoff. Joey Logano just 4 points ahead of his teammate Brad Keselowski. Denny Hamlin with that wreck today falls under the cutoff line along with Allmendinger and Stenhouse. Now here's your regular point standings. As they are not in the playoffs, you see Kurt Busch, he is still 17th. Eddie Jones, Paul Menard, David Reagan, Casey Mears, Regan Smith, Danica Patrick, Justin Allgaier, Sam Hornish, Ryan Blaney, Josh Wise, J.J. Yeley, and Chase Elliott wound up the top 40. And then here's your 41st through 52nd in the standings. Results here at Nike. First today was Carl Edwards with a fantastic finish between him, Jimmy, and Kevin Harvick. Jeff Gordon 4th. Martin Truex Jr. finished 5th today. Kyle Larson with a 6th place finish. He's been very consistent in this chase so far. Casey Kane finished 8th. Dale Jr. 9th today. And then 10th today. With a nice top 10 finish. That's exactly what I needed was Joey Logano. Clint Boyer finished 11th. Jimmy Johnson 12th. Carter Adelman today winds up 13th. Brad Keselowski 14th. A.J. Allmendinger finishes 15th today. Nice rebound race for A.J. Allmendinger after wrecking last week. Austin Dillon 17th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finishes 18th today. Not a race where he wanted to finish behind the top 15, considering most of the chasers, 13 of the 16 chasers, finished inside the top 15 today. Greg Biffle finishes 25th. Eddie Jones 26th. And then Jamie McMurray 27th, with Justin Allgaier in 28th. Michael Shelton today comes home with a top 30 place finish with Tony Stewart in 30th. 31st today was Regan Smith. 32nd, Landon Castle. So what a great race we had today with the finish going 3 wide. And they beat and bang in turn 3 and 4 with Jimmy getting loose into Carl Edwards. And then Jimmy was just out of control, but luckily he saved it and didn't really tear up too many race cars there at the end. He came home second today after almost going around, but him getting into the drivers actually slowed him down to Jimmy's benefit. So next race is Talladega, where 4 will be done. We'll see how that goes. This is JG24, JM26, signing out.